Right. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Super excited. It is day three, guys. Day three, it is going down. Cannot wait to kind of kick things off, get things started for today's session. I'm going to be streaming, obviously, live on Facebook and then also, of course, all of the places, YouTube as well. Let me just make sure we are good to go from the standpoint of making sure that we have everything that we need. So if you are here, please give me some love. Let me know that you are here, that you can see us, and that we're all good. On my end, I'm going to make sure that we are good to go as well. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. All right. If you are joining and you can see me and hear me, please let me know. Put it in the chat. Let me know that you can see me, that you can hear me, all of those good things. Just want to make sure that I am in the right place and that people are already here. I see people starting to come in now. So I just want to make sure we're good to go. So let me know, please, if you are here, if you can see me, and say hello in the chat. So again, just want to make sure that we're all set up and ready to go. So say hello if you can hear me and see me. Okay, yay! There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Just wanted to make sure. I get a little worried when I don't see a lot of people in the comments because you all have been so engaged and so active and just so absolutely amazing over the past couple of days. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we are live here as well on IG because we have been giving IG some love as well. So let me go ahead and get started there. And then we're going to go ahead and get rolling because we have so much content to cover tonight. And I just want to make sure that we have enough time to do all of the things and cover all of the things. So let's go ahead and do this. And then we're going to go ahead and get started and kick things off. All right, guys. So hello, IG. We are live up close and personal. And then hello to everyone on YouTube. If you can, let me know where you're joining from. We have so many people already kind of coming in and logging on. Super excited about that. If you are joining us from Facebook, I just copied and I'm pasting a link that we want you to click on so that you can actually, so we can see your name in our chat. If you're on YouTube joining live, we can see you. If you're on IG, hello. I see a lot of people already hopping in. We're so excited that you're here. But if you want to join in on the conversation in a deeper way and just see a better view of this live cast, basically our day three of the Total Technique Challenge, then you can head on over to our YouTube channel. So you can find us at Sideline Prep and we're live there as well. And then that way it'll be a lot easier for you to make comments, make sure that I don't miss any of those. So for those of you that are kind of just joining, this is day three of our Total Technique Challenge. And we have such an amazing young woman that is going to be joining us in just about 20 minutes or so. I'm going to put her large on the screen here so that you can see her. This is Luna. She is one of our Japanese lovelies. She's a graduate of the Playbook program. And get this, guys, she is on the Dallas Cowboys Rhythm and Blue. So we are very, very excited to have her on so that she can just share her experience of going pro, but then also share a lot of struggles that a lot of us here from the United States don't necessarily have to deal with, like getting your visa, learning another language, finding a place to live when it's not even your home country. There's just so much that she's had to overcome and that she's been able to accomplish. And we've been along her journey and helping her every single step of the way. So she is going to be our main guest tonight, and very, very excited, obviously, to have her on. So we will be getting to that in just a second, but wanted to do a couple of housekeeping items, just a couple of reminders, just so that you all know. So first of all, here's the schedule. So obviously, or excuse me, here's the giveaway. So we are going to make sure that every single evening we announce a winner, like that we announce a winner for each of our evenings. All that we ask you to do is come in, right, and take action, right? Put yourself first. That's all we want you to do. We want you to take action. And so we have a handbook, a workbook for you. And at the end of each day, we basically want you to score yourself. If you score yourself, if you're showing up live, you're going to be put in a big bucket, and we're eventually going to be giving away 2 $1,000 scholarships to our Playbook program. That's going down tomorrow night, guys. You have to be here live. You have to show up in order to actually claim that prize, claim that $1,000. Tonight, we're giving away an entire bag of Shakeology. That's like literally a $125 value. We're giving that away tonight, and that's based off of our winner from last night. And then on Friday, it's going to be a $50 gift card. Now, here is our schedule. So, as you all know, on Monday we talked about all things dance, and we had Lizzie on. She is a current rookie on the Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins cheerleaders. She was on Monday night. Last night we had a pageant queen on with us, as well as a former member of the Baltimore Blast pro soccer dance team. So that was really cool. Her name is Kies, and she is also a member of our elite program. Tonight is Luna. And like I mentioned, she is a dancer for the Dallas Cowboys Rhythm and Blue. Tomorrow night, we're talking about freestyle and choreography, and we're giving you an entire formula on what it is that you kind of like the formula that we use to help you be able to nail your freestyle and then also to just be able to pick up choreography a lot faster. So super excited about tomorrow night. And then Friday is just making sure that your pro cheer ready in all of the areas. And we're going to wrap things up Friday evening. But the big thing is that two $1,000 scholarships that we have in store for people that literally just show up for yourself, right? That put yourself first, that, decide that this is something that you want to do, and then you take action by showing up. And we want to reward you for doing so. So if you can, in the comments, just out of curiosity, let me know, what is your number one dream team? What team do you aspire to be a part of? What is that team that you want to ultimately make eventually? Just kind of curious about that. Would love to kind of get a pulse of where everyone is and what you're actually up to as it relates to who's on your radar for your top teams, and really excited. So let's see. Trinice, in order to register to win that $1,000, all you have to do is just participate and be a part of this process. Be a part of this challenge. You're going to want to head over to our Prep to Pro Facebook group. It's free. Prep to Pro Cheer and Dance Facebook group. And in there, you're going to see each of the assignments each evening. And all you have to do is fill it out. So you'll see tons of posts in there where you can get our workbook. I would suggest coming over to YouTube, because Sadie is in YouTube, dropping all of the links in here for you to go ahead and grab your workbook. And then that way, every time you post, every time you do your homework, your name will go into our drawing for the $1,000 scholarship. Guys, another way to get your name in the drawing: post about this on social media and just tag Sideline Prep. That's literally all you have to do. Either a post or a story, tag Sideline Prep, and your name is going in the bucket as well for that $1,000 scholarship, simply by just sharing what you're doing, sharing with other people this challenge that we have going on right now. So super simple to get your name in multiple times. All right, so let's see. Let's just take a pulse here. We have Portland, we have the Raiderettes, we have Golden State Warriors, New York, yay, Denver Broncos, we have the Washington Commanders, so many different teams, tons of variety here. We've got the Atlanta Falcons, the Baltimore Ravens, Denver Nuggets, so on and so forth. So I can't read them all, but guys, we have you prepared. I want to say literally every single team I think that you all named, except maybe the Trailblazers. So Sadie, keep me honest, we have helped place people on. So we know what it takes to become a professional cheerleader. We literally, and I want to show this to you really quick. And here I'm going to make sure that everyone here on IG can see this as well. But this is literally all of the teams that we have helped get lovelies and gents on. Pretty impressive list, if I do say so myself. 19 different NFL teams and 14 different NBA teams. So if we can help them, then we know that we can also help you. I'm going to repeat that: 19 NFL teams and 14 different NBA teams. Our results, look at these high percentages of our results. Again, we've been there, we've done it, we know what you're going through. And so we want to eliminate the frustration, the fear, the overwhelm, and the doubt. Our Japanese lovelies, look at this. Beautiful group of ladies, right? Super excited to say that these women are all professional cheerleaders. And guess what? We actually need to update this. Sadie, I just realized, because Luna made Dallas. So now we need to make sure that we add her to this as well. And then these are just some of the collages, like, of all of the women. And you can see Luna right there, dead and center at the bottom. But all of the women and men that have made teams just this season. So just this season, guys, super, super cool. Hopefully you're as excited as I am, but just these are our lovelies that have done it. They've been there, they've done it, and we are just so proud of them, so excited for them. And again, this can be you. Like literally, this can be you guys. And the fact that you're showing up today means that you're ready for it to be you. And that is what is most important. Super excited. Okay, so now I would love to know, guys, if you can, because a lot of you, I'm seeing a lot of the same names, which means you've been here all 3 days. What's like the one biggest takeaway that you have gotten so far from being a part of this actual challenge, our total technique challenge? So in the chat, just tell me what is like the biggest aha moment or something that you learned from one of our guests that's come on, or something that we have gone over in the actual workbook. What is like that gold nugget that you have learned that you're going to make sure that you write down, that you remember, and that you don't forget for your next audition? I'm going to put this up really quick because Sadie put this in here. If you can, make sure you tag Sideline Prep. So if you want your name to go into the bucket, you have to, at a minimum, tag Sideline Prep. For extra credit, you can also use that hashtag SP Pro Cheer Challenge. And then that way you know that we're going to see it and we'll be able to repost it and highlight you on our feed as well. So again, another way to get your name in the drawing for tomorrow night so that you can actually qualify for the $1,000 scholarship for our Pro Cheer Playbook program. And again, this is the same program, guys, that literally has landed 70% of our graduates on a pro or semi-pro dance team. Again, if they can do it, you can do it as well. All right, so I'm just going to put some of these up here. So just to kind of share, sharing is caring, right? So first of all, yeah, thank you so much. We are happy to have you back on tonight. Here's another comment. Aaliyah says, it's better to be yourself and be genuine and not to overthink it. Absolutely love that. So that's something that Lizzie said, including community service and work experience on your resume. I never thought about the importance of what we do outside of dance. Updated my resume last night. Look at you, Julia, taking action. Love, love, love that. Here's someone else commenting that they are going for the Houston Texans. Here we go. Always show up for yourself. Always show up for yourself. And you all are doing that, right? You're here. You are making yourself and your dreams a priority. Absolutely love, love, love that. To be yourself and have fun. Don't try to be something you're not. Most definitely do not. You are who you are, perfectly created in every single way. Be you. Be the most authentic, amazing, wonderful self that you already are. Love that. To stalk to stalk the team that you want to be a part of, do your research and be over prepared. And Jan, she was actually our winner from last night, so congratulations to her. But most definitely make sure you do your research. Just a couple more. Definitely need to continue to work on your confidence. We're always working on your confidence. All of us are, so don't worry about that. Kayla says that my path is already written and that I should have fun, but also be prepared for tryouts. Most definitely. I loved what Lizzie said. Tomorrow is a new day for me to be better. Most definitely. So 1% improvement every single day, guys. That's what you need to focus on. You're in competition with no one but the person you were yesterday. So strive to be better than you were. Strive to be better in dance, in your personality, in that smile on your face, in all of the things, your habits, right? Just 1% better every single day. Definitely a lot of golden nuggets in terms of mindfulness and how to keep your A game with the pressure when the pressure is on. And you will know, and I may be butchering your name, but Miss Sharma, you will know and learn from me that I am like the mindset queen, because I understand and know that that is the key to success, is your mindset and dropping those gold nuggets around how to prepare and work that muscle called your brain to work in your favor and not work against you. Here's another one. Being myself when auditioning and not trying anything that I'm not comfortable with, and making sure that your resume stands out and pops out. Most definitely. Love, love, love this. Oh my goodness. This is so wonderful. One more, and then sorry guys, there's just so many. I don't know that I'll be able to get to all of them. Never give up. The next one could be your yes. Definitely, Kelsey. Love this, love this. So just remember, like all of these gold nuggets, write them down, put them in your journal so that you can refer back to them whenever you're starting to feel a little discouraged or a little down, or you just need maybe a pick me up or a reminder why you're doing this thing, right? Like why you have decided to go pro, why this is important to you. Okay. So, again, guys, give this time to yourself. Okay. Give yourself this time, eliminate distractions, turn off your notifications. We are going to literally give you tons and tons of information right now to make sure that you are successful going forward, even if you only take what we give you over the course of these 5 days. You're going to have a plan of action in all of the 5 different areas that we cover over the 5 days to be able to start working on your improvement, which is super excited. So if you have your workbook, go ahead, put that in the chat. Let me know. Yes, I'm ready. I have my workbook. And we're going to go ahead and get started because I do want to try to make sure that I can get Luna on here as quickly as possible. But I do want to also make sure that we cover all of the items in the actual workbook. So let's go ahead and get started. Tonight is really focusing on the dancer's workout. Okay. So making sure that you are ready from a stamina perspective to be able to go into an audition or even to go into prep classes ready to perform your absolute best and not literally wear yourself out. So, where do I start? Where do I start? Blank helps to build blank and blank. So, this is my favorite type of workout ever. Okay. So, a HIIT workout, a high intensity interval workout. That is when you're going really hard and strong at your 100% for 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 45 seconds, 20 seconds. And then you give yourself a break of 10 seconds, or maybe it's 20 seconds, and then you go at it again. And you do this for about 30 minutes if you can. A great workout is about 30 minutes. That's when it's really going to start to target weight loss and really start to impact your stamina the most. So, a high intensity interval workout helps to build endurance and stamina, which is essential for a dancer. You all know that when you have a long day of prep classes and also just the long day of an actual audition, if you're not in shape, it's hard. It's hard to get through. It's hard to withstand. It's hard to do all of the things when you are not in shape. So these HIIT workouts along with cardio are really, really going to help you get your stamina and your endurance up. So super, super important. Now we want to kind of go through what are some workouts or some moves that you can actually do to target certain areas. So the other day we talked about some technical skills that we feel you have to have. And we want to make sure that kind of if you think about it, some of the most important things when it comes from a performance standpoint is having your pirouettes, your turns, that technique, having sharp, precise movements and motions, and then those leaps and those jumps. So, what are some things that you can do for pirouettes and turns? So, first of all, you can do straight leg balances in releve, and then passe balances, and then also calf raises. Why these? So these particular exercises are going to help strengthen your toes and your feet and your ankles and your legs, your calf muscles. Because with pirouettes and, obviously turns, rotations, you have to be in a high releve. And the stronger your feet are, the longer that you can stay up in releve, the more rotations you'll be able to actually make when you're trying to turn. Learn from me. This is so important. When I was transitioning from being an NFL dancer to an NBA dancer, this was a struggle because I did not have the strength that I needed in my feet to stay up in a high releve to get a triple turn. I could do a double. I was struggling with the triple. So I went back to the drawing board and really started to work on my feet. And a little bonus tip here, you can buy what's called Vibram, Vibram 5-finger shoes or 5-finger Vibram shoes. Like that's the brand is Vibram. I think that there's some examples of these in our Amazon store, but they're basically shoes where, like you have kind of like gloves for your toes, and they're basically for rock climbing and outdoor adventures. And it's to help, again, build up the muscles in your actual toes. Okay, so let's move on. What about sharp motions? First of all, motion drills. We have an entire on our YouTube channel, how to get sharp and be precise and strong with your motions, an entire playlist of how to be sharp when you are executing your dance moves. So motion drills, absolutely a must. And added bonus for strength is adding in your wrist weights to really, again, help with toning up your arms and getting nice and precise, sharp motions. Bicep curls, again, that definition in your arms to help make everything sharp and precise, and then also tricep dips. Okay, so motion drills, bicep curls, and tricep dips. And I think all of you all know what all of these are. So hopefully, if you don't, you can probably just Google it. But very basic movements and workouts, right? We're not asking you all to do anything, crazy. These are very basic drills and workouts and moves that, all of us know and can do, but you've got to actually do them. Now, to help with your leaps and your jumps, first of all, definitely what we mentioned for pirouettes and turns, but also to strengthen those thigh muscles, you want to make sure that you're doing squats, jumping leaps with dots, where you place dots away from one another, and you are on one foot and you leap to the next and you land on the opposite foot. So if you're leaping with your right foot, you're landing just with your right foot. Then you push off with your right foot and then you land with the left foot, and so on and so forth. So that's focusing that pressure on one leg at a time. And then single leg hops. So again, just putting, one foot down, the other foot behind your calf muscle, and literally just hopping on that one leg. That's really going to help you with your calves. You can also obviously just do calf raises, right? So simple calf raises are really good as well. The next thing that I want to do is go over stretches for flexibility. So here are just some examples and some suggestions. So stretches for flexibility. So lunges, your straddle stretch, a figure four, cobra, downward dog, pigeon pose, and dolphin. Okay. So for those that are on IG, I'm going to repeat that again. Your lunges, your straddle stretches, your figure four, cobra, downward dog, pigeon pose, and dolphin. And I know everyone that's already here on Facebook and on YouTube with us, Sadie already put all of that in there, so you can just copy it right from there. So really quick, just in case, because some of these you may not be familiar if you don't do yoga and things like that, you might be like, what? So I want to make sure that you feel comfortable with all of these. So here is basically, and let me actually get my face off there. Okay, so here we go. So stretches for flexibility, those lunges. So literally, if you want to screenshot this, or you can always come back to the replay, but the keys to success here: straighten that back leg, front knee is at a 90-degree angle. You want to make sure that that knee is over your ankles, not over your toes. You want to drive your hips down both. You want to do both sides, obviously, and make sure your chest is up at the beginning. Then you can put your hands down, and then you can go all the way down. So these are the actual stages, right? How you can kind of level up your success with these movements. This is going to be your pigeon pose. A lot of people that, are in yoga likely already know about the pigeon pose. So just something, again, some instruction there on pigeon pose. Then we also have the straddle stretch, which I think all of you all know. This is super important because anytime, for example, you're doing a double pirouette into a center split, it's so impressive. So working on that center split is super important, and doing straddle stretches will really help with that. Figure four, again, I know that I do this a lot whenever I'm doing yoga, and then definitely with Peloton, whenever we are, doing our cool down, we utilize the figure four a lot. So the thing here is you just want to make sure that your ankle is on your knee and that you are making sure that your back is nice and flat and straight. Okay. And then downward dog, again, another yoga one, but this is really, really good to literally stretch out all areas of your body at once. And then cobra is really going to help stretch out your back and those stomach muscles, and really help with you becoming a little more limber in the midsection. And then dolphin here, again, a great, great stretch. Your legs are in a 90-degree angle, but a great stretch again for your back, your chest, your stomach, and even your neck and your arms. Okay. So kudos here. And thank you to our community manager, Sadie, or community director. Actually, she's been promoted. So Sadie is like our she's like literally our rubber band. So if you have any questions about flexibility or anything, she is your go-to because she is super, super flexible and can help you there. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. So just as a pro tip, dancers need a strong core to execute dances full out and with precision. So you have to make sure you're doing your ab workouts as well. So really making sure that that core is nice and strong. I know that you've probably been in classes where your instructor or your choreographer has said, engage your core, right? Whenever you're doing technical elements, you may not realize it, but your core is so important, especially for leaps, to help get those legs up. So super, super important that you don't neglect doing some sort of core workouts whenever you are working out to really help with that. Okay, so really quick, I'm going to go through this relatively fast because you can read through these all on your own, but we wanted to make sure that you had a wide variety of options for your actual workout. Okay, you have to make sure, guys, that you are mixing it up and that you're doing different things with your workouts. If you're doing the same workout over and over again, eventually your body is going to become used to it and you're not going to get the results that you want. So here's just some examples of what we recommend a typical week could look like as it comes to your workouts. So Monday, go ahead and do a full body hit. Now this hit can be with weights or without weights. You have to make sure that you incorporate some sort of strength training into your workout. Okay. So your hit can be a lot of, like, for example, the Peloton hits that I do are with weights. So do a full body hit workout on Monday. On Tuesday, let's go ahead and focus on your arms and your abs. So maybe you are going to use weights to really, tone your arms, and you're going to do an ab workout. On Wednesday, that's when we want to focus on the sculpting of your body, but then also helping to build that lean muscle. So that's where a body sculpt class or even a bar class will come in handy. Bar is absolutely amazing for helping you lengthen out your thighs if you have bulkier muscles, to help lengthen it out, and then to also just help with different dance postures. So bar is amazing to help there as well. Thursday, let's make Thursday your leg day. So as you can see, we're kind of rotating the body parts and we're giving you a variety. So here you may do a lot of lunges and squats and, different things with weights or without weights, right? So really focusing more on a leg day for Thursday. Friday, we're going to go back to that hit. Again, we live by the hit workouts. This is really where you're going to get your stamina up, help target weight loss and all of that. So Friday, we recommend a nice hit workout. And then, of course, you've got to kind of take it easy a little bit, right? We're getting to that. So on Saturday, maybe this is your upper body, right? Maybe you're going to focus just on your upper body on Saturday, give your legs a rest. And then Sunday is going to be your rest day. So you could do a simple core workout, a yoga, or a full stretch that day, or just rest altogether. So we recommend that you take at least one rest day every single week. You've got to give your body the opportunity to recover. You can even do 2 days of rest if you need to, right? Listen to your body. Let your body tell you what it needs, but you want to make sure you're incorporating at least one rest day. Pro tip, you should, and everyone should know this. Who can fill in the blank here? I'm going to actually let you all fill in the blank. You should blank after every single workout. You should what? What should you do after every single workout? I'm going to wait until you all catch up. I know that there's a little bit of delay, but I do want to see who can. Yay, Jan got it immediately. Awesome. So you should stretch. Stretch after every single workout. Cannot emphasize this enough. Guys, if you don't stretch after working out, you will lose your flexibility. I'm telling you, especially if you're using weights, especially if you're out there running, if you're using muscles in a different way, you're going to lose your flexibility in your high kicks, your leaps, and all of that if you do not stretch after every single workout. Please, please, please make sure you stretch. Yes, everyone is getting it right. Marcella, Kayla, Tanisha, hey girlfriend, Kelsey, Parmala, Julia, great, great, great. Y'all got it. Definitely. You want to make sure you stretch. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I can't stress stretching enough. Okay, so here we go. Am I calendar ready? Am I calendar ready? Blank is just a number. So wait, we want you to be mindful of obsessing too much on the number on the scale. It's more important to pay attention to your measurements and how you feel, because those things are a better way to track your progress. Okay. So when you are in this need to slim down for auditions and get stamina ready and what we call calendar ready, which basically means you can literally jump into the uniform or jump into a swimsuit and go on the calendar shoot day, when you feel as though you need to lose a little bit of weight to become calendar ready, we don't want you to stress about that number on the scale. Okay. It's more about how you look in your clothes. It's more about how you feel. It's more about your measurements. So that's why we took this whole page here in the workbook to help you figure out how to measure what matters and how to make sure that you are measuring your progress with weight loss, but not using necessarily the actual scale. Okay. So that's day 3 of all of the things, right? And we want you to make sure that you complete your total technique score sheet for today. So that's how you're going to be able to win that prize, is completing your actual score sheet for today. So don't forget to do that, because that's really going to help us try to figure out like who's doing what and where you are in your actual journey. So let me go ahead and put that up so that you can see what the score sheet looks like. So here it is. As you can see, super simple here. You just have to complete one of the workouts before the next live session. So what workout did you actually do? And here's the thing, guys. Literally, all you have to do is do one of the workouts that we mentioned, and you're going to get 12 points. So we want you to work out tonight or in the morning. And if you do that, you're going to get your 12 points. So super cool. You are welcome. An easy way to get some points. So all you have to do is complete one workout and then you're going to get 12 points. Okay. Awesome. 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 All right, guys. Well, I know that I kind of went through that relatively fast, but hopefully everyone has their workbook. You've gotten all the answers where you can kind of fill in the blank. Obviously, in our Pro Cheer Playbook program, we go through all of this stuff in great, great, great detail. But tonight, I really just wanted to make sure that I gave you the answers, make sure that you have some very important nuggets that you can start taking with you to get your body ready for your next audition. But the majority of tonight, I really want to focus on a conversation with our guest. Yay! So Luna is going to be joining us in just a couple of seconds. It's going to work like every single night that we've had. We're going to open it up for questions toward the end. So go ahead and get those questions ready, and we're going to try to answer as many of them as we absolutely can. Okay. But without further delay, it is really my pleasure, and I'm so, so excited to invite Luna on screen with me for the very first time. Hello.
Hey,
How
hi.
are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me here.
Yes, of course. I'm so excited actually to have you here. You are our first official lovely to make the Dallas Cowboys rhythm and blue. How has it been so far?
Been a crazy journey, and I still cannot believe whenever I stand on the field and or like in the AT&T Stadium, which is huge stadium. So I'm living my dream life right now. So I thank you so much for Silent Play for everything, and I want to help everyone and many people as much as possible and share my experiences with them. And yeah, I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, I am so excited to have you here because it's been a journey for you. You've worked so hard. One of the most dedicated lovelies that we've worked with, and it all paid off for you, which is really exciting. It's always wonderful, right? When you put in the work and then you see the results and you get the rewards. And you're a testament of if you put in 100%, you're going to get 100%. And that's exactly what happened to you, and relatively fast. I know COVID kind of slowed things down overall, but relatively speaking, it was a pretty fast process for you. So if you wouldn't mind, could you just kind of take us back, your dance experience, kind of from the beginning, and then when you met us here at Sideline Prep, how that experience was, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Yes, so I'm from Japan and I have no anyone from any other country in my bloodline. So I'm purely 100% Japanese. So I started dancing when I was 6 years old. I started with ballet and jazz. I actually wanted to be a theme park dancer when I started dancing when I was little. But I started doing hip hop, contemporary, cheer dance, tap dance, like all the little bit of everything. And when I turned to 18, or like in high school student, I had like huge vision of I want to be dancer like internationally, because I started dancing internationally since I was 9 years old. I've been to like South Korea, China, been to like Olympics and all that stuff. So like kind of that was huge vision for me to challenge myself in United States, because it's the biggest country and the country of entertainment. So that was like in my head, but I was building my careers throughout those years until I turned to like 20 or 21. And my company's boss, she is a former NFL cheerleader. She actually danced with Miss Janine at the Commanders, and she kind of taught me everything about this industry. I didn't even know this community, this industry was exist when I was a kid. So it was kind of like really eye-opening experience for me, and she taught me a lot about all the experiences that she's gone through, and all of like really crazy things that could never happen in Japan. So I started to researching more about NFL industry, and then she introduced me this Silent Pleb, which is an amazing program. So I joined to Silent Pleb 2020. I believe it was summer program. And I started doing all the stuff like taking online classes, continuing working on my English, because English is not my first language. So I had to work on that too. And also visa process, which is really, I don't want to say stressful, but it was. So yeah, but they helped me everything that I needed to be here right now. And I actually auditioned once in 2020, right after the COVID happened. I made it to the interview round, which was the last part, but I couldn't make a decision to come here because of my visa, and also I was not stable enough financially because of the COVID-19. So I had to decline that year, but I had another 1 year to prepare. So I was just like kind of flip the switch to preparation mode. So I re-auditioned this year's summer, and I made it to Los Cowboys, Rhythm and Blue Dancers, and now I'm living dream life. And yeah, which is crazy, but it's so crazy to think that we are almost like after like half we done the half season, and we only have few months to go, so which is kind of sad, but I'm so excited to see how far I can go. And I really want to help other people who is in the same situation, which was like Japanese lovelies, of course, and other lovelies here in the Silent Pleb. So that's kind of like the journey. Yeah.
And what's amazing, guys, is she literally condensed that so well. First of all, I commend
Thank
you.
you.
Your English has gotten even better. So kudos to you. But that was such an amazing summary. But I do want to make sure that people kind of know as well, because she has literally documented her entire journey, like for you guys, like literally for your community. If anyone has ever put together a simple reel or even a post, you know that it takes a lot to create these social media, posts and reels and videos. And she has done this, guys, for you. So I want to put this up on the screen just so that if you want to, please, by all means, go on YouTube and look at her journey. What was it? Was it like a 11, 12 part series? How many videos was it?
12, I believe.
Yeah.
Sorry if that's wrong. I
Yeah,
think
it was about that, and so
yes,
if you
it was.
can really quick, go ahead and give everyone, just how they can find you on YouTube and then also IG, because guys, I think that, whenever you are trying to go pro, the best way to do that is to learn from people that have done it and are doing it. So I just wanna make sure that they can go, that they learn about you, but then can connect with you as well.
Mhm. Yeah, so this video is on Sideline Clips official YouTube channel as well, and also my channel page as well. So my YouTube channel is Luna Tsue, just literally my name, LUNATSUTSUE, and also on the Sideline Clips YouTube channel. So I think it'll be easy to find them.
All right, perfect. So make sure y'all check it out. It really is an amazing series. I would watch them, be like, "Oh my god, I didn't realize that happened," or it's just really, really cool to kind of,
Yeah.
see the behind. Super excited, just for you, obviously, to be able to share that and then for us to be able to share that with our community as well. So, kind of like going on and talking about your biggest areas of struggle. So, obviously, English is your
Yes.
second language, but can you just talk about the things like once you joined our program, the areas that you felt you needed the most assistance with?
So the biggest part that I needed to work on was interview and also speech, because whenever I go on to somewhere like in front of a lot of people or like in like really official situation, I needed to kind of think about all those grammars and words and everything. But so I needed to get used to be more confident to speak English in front of people. And but that helped me, Silent Pep helped me that portion really well, because we literally had mock audition or like interview practice, speech practice. I recorded it, so many videos, and sent it to coaches, and they gave me a lot of feedback so that I know like where do I have to work on. And yeah, that was the biggest thing that I needed to work on.
Yes, and just listening to you now, and obviously because you're heavily immersed in the United States and you're speaking English all the time, but your English has just improved so much. And so guys, I mean, she's like prime example of if you put in the work, it will pay off. Like it literally will pay off. And even your confidence now, I remember looking at your videos and you would start a video that you were going to, upload and get feedback on. You're like, oh, I messed up. And then you have to re-record. You're like, oh, I messed up. You re-record, re-record, re-record. You're like, okay, people don't realize that this takes a lot of takes, but you're
Yes.
doing this right now live
Yes.
flawlessly, flawlessly.
Thank you so much. I was kind of nervous, but this is crazy for me, like speaking on live, because yeah, as you said before in the YouTube video, I think you guys can find it in like season 10 or episode 10 or 9. I don't remember it, but I was literally recording it and messed up like again, and I was like take 12 or like 30. It was but yeah, I feel kind of like I improved my English really well these days, because I literally living my life just speaking English. So yeah.
Most definitely. So the other thing that I want to talk about, because I know one area that we really worked with you on a lot, and looking at you now, you would never even know it because you look gorgeous. Your hair is so full, it's gotten longer, it's like just top notch. But that was the other area that I know was a huge transformation for you, was just your look. So I'm going to throw up a couple of pictures, but if you could just talk through, just talk through that whole transformation and how again, you were just so open to feedback and willing to make changes and adjustments.
Yes, so the first picture, I don't know. Oh, yes, this one. Oh my gosh. So I was kind of in a really weird situation with my hair when I started joining the Sideline Fest. So crazy to see this picture. Oh my god. So yeah, I was like blonde kind of thing, and my rooftop was like just like I was it wasn't not good. So I recorded a video of me doing speech practice, and I sent it to my coach, and she corrected me like she gave me some advices and tips, like maybe this color will be good on you, this color will be good on you, and I literally took that. So I dyed my hair to rigid black after I recorded the practice video with this color, and like I loved it. And I didn't I don't know, I have no idea what was do was I thinking when I was blonde that thing. Yeah, but makeup wise, so I have monolid, and it's been a really crazy journey, one of the crazy journey. So my makeup was something that I needed to work on outside of, not outside, but it was totally different style. It can be a totally different style from somebody who was already taking the silent flip. I needed to research really well what looks gonna be look on myself, because I have monolith and it's not like usual things for most of the people in sideline pleb. But the one thing that I learned from sideline pleb was to find your twin in your dream team, or general NFL professional teams. And I found perfect Asian girl who wore perfect makeup. So I kind of like screenshot every her photos on social medias. It sounds creepy, but I did. And I literally practice the makeup watching those pictures and see kind of like what she does on her eyelid. And that helped me. I think that helped me so much to find your twin, so that you know what looks going to be look on you and what you have to work on. And also another thing is really study about your dream team's makeup look, because when I attended to prep class of Dallas Cowboys Red and Blue, it was totally different than I thought. I was wearing red lipsticks just like this, but they're like more soft glam makeup look, I would say. So it wasn't like red lipstick or like um, smoky black eyes. It wasn't nothing like that. So really study about the dream team's look is really important.
Yeah, most definitely. Because even like this image here, the one on the right, I mean, and that's one thing I want everyone to take away from this is that you don't have to overdo your look. And even the makeup that you have right now, it's very simple, classic,
Mhm.
girl next door, but yet glamorous and bold all at the same time. And it took you a while to get to this, but now
Yeah.
that you are this, it looks absolutely gorgeous and absolutely amazing. And obviously, they felt the same way because they called your number and now you're on the team. Awesome. So, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is just overall fitness.
Yeah.
So
Oh my.
today obviously is about the workout and about fitness and all of that. So I kind of wanted to just, if you don't mind, kind of talk about your regimen and the things that you do to get to the point where you felt good at auditions and got to a place where you felt good with auditions, and then talk about what you're doing now to maintain that level of fitness. And while you're doing that, I'm going to be putting up photos of other women that we've worked with that have had transformations,
Mhm.
because you started off kind of little. You just needed to tone and thin your thighs and all of that. But I also want to show them that, and maybe let me just hide this really quick. What I want to kind of stress to all of you all, and I guess I want to look you guys in the eyes, is that no matter what size you currently are, first of all, you have to love the body that you're in. It is your temple, and you've got to treat your body right. But you're perfectly created and you're exactly where you're supposed to be in that perfect body right now. Okay. But if you feel as though, oh my gosh, and because like Luna said, you've got to do your research, you know what the teams expect and want. Teams want physically fit, tone, thin, healthy people on their team, right? So if you know that you have to lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20, maybe even 50 some pounds, that's okay. We can help you with that type of weight loss as well. And so while Luna's kind of explaining her journey, while you're like, oh, well, she only had to lose a couple of pounds. Well, still, a lot of times those couple of pounds are hard to lose. But then even for someone that needs to lose more, I want you all to know that it's not out of your reach, that it is possible. Jeanette, who's our nutrition and fitness coach, is absolutely amazing, and you will get the results if you stick with it. Okay. So Luna, I'm going to turn it over to you to kind of talk about like what you did during the program and then what you're doing now to maintain.
Yes, of course. So these two pictures that we saw, both of them, I was in the process to become the body that I have right now. So the first one on this side, I believe it's left side, it's the beginning, like very beginning of me took a picture before I joined to the sideline prep. So I kind of can see like nothing's on there, no abs, no thighs, no arms. And this right picture is as well. I was in the middle of the process when I took this picture, but I kind of like building a little bit of stomach and build the core and a little bit on arms. But I was kind of in the process, just like I said. But the thing that I needed to work on during the sideline prep program was not losing a weight, but eat healthy, eat right, and build more muscles. So that's when Miss Jeanette, she helped me a lot. She literally gave me the list of what I have to eat and what I have to do on gym in the gym, or like workout list, everything. And that helped me so much. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. Like the differences, the before and after that they always put on social medias is amazing. And they those ladies are putting all the effort to get those fit, um wow, they're beautiful, fit body. And it's not always about losing weight. It's about um, be more healthy and also more fit. And also, my director told me be more like the body for the team is not all about the losing weight, because you need more muscles and cores to be more hit and be more great dancers. And what I'm working on right now is I build muscles after that pictures. And what I've been doing is more gain muscles, eat healthy, and also uh, a little. Yeah, I think that's the one of the thing that I'm working on right now. But I'm doing arms workouts at the gym a lot. And so cores, I'm building so much muscles on my core, which I'm really happy about. But I've been doing a lot of exercise for my arms. I'm focusing on the arms lately. And I've been really careful about what I eat, because it literally affects how I can perform at the performance or even rehearsal as well. So, and they are really help for me for this fitness journey and eat healthy journey. Whatever Miss Jeanette sent me, all those lists, I still have them in my notebook. I still look at it, and I still have them in my phone whenever I go to gym, and I do those all those lists at the gym. So yeah, if you guys need help, they're the perfect help. And Miss Jeanette is helped me a lot. So I'm so thankful for her.
Wonderful. And you bring up such a good point, guys. And so earlier, I know if you all were on, I think most of you all were, but remember I mentioned that you cannot obsess over the number on the scale. It's more about, your measurements and how you feel and how you look. And it's to Luna's point, because when you are strength training, which I also said you've got to incorporate strength training, when you're strength training, you're replacing fat with muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. So on the scale, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, why am I gaining weight? Well, no, you are, but you're technically gaining muscle and you're becoming more toned and ripped. And so that's what you want. You want to be more toned and healthy in that way. And really making sure that you are fueling your body with the correct foods and water and vitamins and all of that to be able to withstand these workouts, so that your body can recover and build the muscle and do all of the things. So it really is a combination. You can't really just do focus on fitness and not focus on the food aspect. And so that's where Jeanette really comes in to make sure that it's more of a lifestyle and that you're putting these things together. What was the biggest challenge for you when it comes to either the dieting side, not dieting, but the eating right side or the workouts based on like once you would talk to Jeanette, was there anything that you were like, oh my gosh, I have to do what?
Well, I had no knowledge about fitness and eat healthy kind of thing before I joined to Silent Pleb. So I literally learned everything from her. And when she gave me all this list, I was, I'm not gonna lie, I was overwhelmed. Like, oh, dang, like I have to do all the stuff. But those are so important now that I understand, because I'm living this life right now. And if you're not eating healthy, you cannot dance and perform correctly. I can feel it right now because whenever I skip my morning breakfast, I feel no energy at practice. And like those little things are so important and can affect a lot for my stamina, my performance at the rehearsal, my practice, for performance day, appearance, everything. So one of the things that I learned from her is not to skip those routines and be more consistency. That was the one of the key that I learned from her.
Yeah, love that. And so, what Luna's talking about, in our program, what we highly recommend is basically 3 small meals and 2 snacks. So, you're eating at a minimum 5 times every single day, right? And you're eating it like 2 to 3 hours apart. So, in the morning, you're going to have your breakfast, and then 2 to 3 hours later is going to be your first snack. Then 2 to 3 hours later is your lunch, 2 to 3 hours a snack, and then 2 to 3 hours your dinner. And there's this huge misconception that, oh, well, if I only eat 1 time a day, I'm not taking in as many calories. So of course I'm going to lose weight. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Because when you do eat, your body is going to store everything because your body's used to you starving it, and it's not going to eliminate or burn off any calories. And so it works the exact opposite than you think it would. Whereas if you've noticed, I don't know if you noticed this, Luna, but when you started eating breakfast, did you find that you felt like you were hungry like all day?
Oh, when I eat breakfast, I don't feel like I'm hungry all day. Like I ate really well. Like I feel so good.
Good. So you feel nice and full, and then that would get you to your next snack, and then which would get you
Yes.
to your perfect.
Dinner
So
time.
So when I started, guys, and I tried my hardest, I was like, okay, I'm going to try to do this 3 meals, 2 snacks. Well, what was happening was I wasn't doing my snacks and I was just doing the 3 meals. So I started eating breakfast. And then I was like, why is my stomach growling? I ate breakfast. Like, why is my stomach growling? And it would growl like all the way until I would eat lunch. Then I would eat lunch and then it would be growling again. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm at least eating 3 meals a day. It's because when you start in the morning and you eat, your metabolism is working. It's burning off the food. It's working at a higher rate. So it makes you feel like you're hungry all of the time, but it actually means that it's working the right way. And so
Yes.
people think like, oh, well, I'm following Jeanette's thing, but I'm hungry all the time. Well, it's probably because you're missing your snacks in between or, whatever. But it basically means, guys, that you're doing it right. Your body is responding the right way because your metabolism is now working at a higher rate and you're burning off food a lot quicker and earlier in the day. So guys, just trust us. Just try it. It works. And then, of course, don't forget your water. So that's another thing Jeanette's really big on. Are you always carrying like a water bottle around with you now?
Now I do. It's crazy that I didn't think like this water thing is not important as much as I think right now, because when I was in Japan, it was not a usual thing that people carry water everywhere. But here everyone does. And I understand, because especially here in Texas, it's so dry. So if you don't drink water consistently, I will get headache, um,
Mhm.
dizziness, all the stuff coming up. So I always carry my water and make sure to drink water. Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
Perfect, guys. And that's at least, half of your body weight in ounces is the amount of water that you should be drinking. So, half of your body weight in ounces. And like literally, I always have my water right here. And I do have a headache today. So, yep, see, there you go. And I think it's because yesterday, like this week, I've just been go, 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 and on these lives. And I probably just have not been drinking as much water as I should be. So just remember that, guys. It really does help fuel your body, but then also it helps with skin. It helps with hydration, like so much. Like it's just crazy. Okay, so guys, I do want to open it up for questions because I want to make sure that you all are able to, ask any questions that you have of Luna. I know one that is going to come up because it always does is just kind of going through the audition process for the Dallas Cowboys Rhythm and Blues. So if you could kind of just take us through what that whole experience was like.
Okay, so the first audition that I took was online, like I said. So it was, I sent my solo video at first and they kind of checked everything. And I also sent my resume as well. And they sent me several dance routines and I learned it and I sent videos. It was kind of like the repeat of that process. And then after that, they called finalists and we did online interview on that year 2020. But this year was totally different. First round was I filled out the form that I needed to fill in, and also I sent my solo video and also my speech video, and they kind of took people so that they can invite all those candidates to the studio, which happened in June, I believe. So it was the no, semi-final on Saturday, and we learned. It was crazy. It was the most crazy audition that I've ever had, actually. So the first day we went there, we learned 2 minutes routine, and we kind of go through everything we learned in 1 hour, and we did performance. We did perform in front of the judges, and they kind of randomly asked questions to all of the dancers in front of everyone. And then we went back to room. They called numbers. Names on the wall, and then another candidates went back into the studio. We learned another 2 minute routine on that same day, and we learned about 1 hour or 1 hour and 30 minutes, I guess. And we went back to we just left the studio after that. And on Sunday, which is next day, we had final. So we kind of went back to the studio. We did perform the first 2 minute routine that we learned on Saturday, and another 2 minute routine we learned on Saturday as well. And we did kind of perform, going into the room, perform, came back, did a speech or interview, and come back. And then they put a name on the wall of the finalist who can go to the boot camp, training camp. So those 2 days were semi-final and final, and we kind of had like 2 weeks off to relearn everything. And actually, we learned 4 minute routine on Sunday. Yes, and then we had two weeks off, and we kind of like practice everything, do what we have to do, and then after that, we had 1 week training camp. So that's when they started to cutting people off each day. And this year we only had 11 spots for the team, which it was really crazy. When I heard about it, I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember that I told Miss Janine and also my coaches that I was sending updates what is going on in my audition process, and they told me not to think about numbers, just do what you can and have fun. So that's what I did. And finally, on the last day of the training camp, they announced the final member of Dallas Cowboys Rhythm and Blue. And yeah, that's the whole experience that I've gone through. It was crazy, and you guys literally can see the moment that they reviewed the final dancers on the team this year on the YouTube channel. So I think that would be so fun to watch.
Oh, yeah, it's so awesome. It's just so exciting, right? Because I do remember you were giving us a play-by-play, which was so nice because we knew what was going on. But a lot of people do worry about the numbers, and that's natural to worry about, because you're like, wow, there are only 11 spots this go round, and you start to try to do all these calculations, and oh, well, there's so many vets, and if all the vets make it back, then that means there's only this many spots open, and da 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 da, da, and all of that. Yeah, but it's natural for that to happen, right?
Yes.
Right? So, but the problem with that, guys, is that when you are putting that type of energy into something you can't control, that's only negative energy, and it's taking from like you, and it's taking from your positivity and your confidence. And so worrying about something you can't control is senseless, even though it happens to the best of us. So luckily all things worked out amazing for you. Out of the whole process, what do you feel like was the hardest part for you?
So one of the hardest part, like there are so many, but on the semifinal and the final audition, it was all about fighting myself, because it was really intense. And even at the beginning of the audition, director told us that you're gonna be really tired of physically and mentally, so you guys have to prepare. That's when I was like, okay, I have to prepare and I have to be ready for everything that they're gonna throw us. And it was it was the most hardest dance audition that I've ever had, that I've ever experienced in my whole life. The stamina was the biggest thing. I wish I could worked on the stamina more so that I could perform even better. But thankfully, it turned out really well. But the stamina was the biggest key, because we were in the studio whole day, and they told us to bring breakfast, lunch, dinner, all the stuff. So it was literally one whole day, and we did Saturday and Sunday as well. So yeah, I think that was the one of the hardest thing, like the the amount of time that we have to be in the zone and focus, and like stamina wise, it was very hard.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, and that's the thing, like that team is one of the best, right? And so they're expecting top level performers and
Yes.
top level excellence and stamina and everything. And it worked out for you. And I can definitely say for you, you were one of the lovelies in the PCP that I feel like every single week at a minimum, there was one dance video in there that you were getting feedback. And when you kind of look back at it, it it really did prepare you for that day because they
Yes.
were throwing really difficult choreography at you, but because you had already worked that muscle of learning choreography on demand, do you feel like that really helped to better prepare you for auditions?
Yes, definitely. And also, I was putting myself to learn the old choreography that they'd done, and they kind of uploading the videos on YouTube, Instagram. Nowadays, we can find all those videos on social medias, which is really thankful and really good thing. And I was literally screen recording all the IG videos on social medias from Dallas Cowboys Rhythm and Blue. So I learned all those choreography, and I learned it, took a video and put it on the Facebook, and they gave me the feedback. It kind of like I got used to their style, and that was one of the biggest thing that I learned from them, and one of the things that I thankful that I did during I was taking sideline play program, because you can learn the style from the team. And there's so many like choreography that they do a lot of times, like, oh, this portion they did in another routine, they did this routine too. So it was really great learning process to learn actual dance from their team.
Yeah, guys, that's a writer downer. That is a writer downer, right? So, yes, it was great that she learned the routine. She was able to get feedback. She worked that muscle memory, but she was learning the right routines. And that's the thing, guys. These teams recycle 8 counts all the time. It's like it's a different song, but probably in any given dance, there's at least 2 to 4 8 counts that are
Yes,
recycled from another routine. And so if you're
yes.
learning their routines, then you're like, oh my God, I already know that 8 count. And it takes that much pressure off of you. Even if it's just an 8 count, but it's an 8 count that you can relax because you've already learned that 8 count. So absolutely brilliant. And the fact that you were getting feedback along the way as well. Another really, really good thing. You really took advantage of the program to the max. And I'm just so thankful. And we knew it would, that it did pay off for you. So awesome. All right. So let me get to some of these questions. So everyone is basically saying in the thing, oh my gosh, 11 spots. That's nerve wracking. I would have been so nervous when they said 11 spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
nerve-wracking, but so proud of you, and that's the thing, guys, just like I said before, like, try not to, I know it's easier said than done, but try not to focus too much on, the numbers, so and if anyone has any questions, go ahead, like I said, put those in, so let me go ahead over here, and then I'll check IG as well. So Julia's, her question was, "Where should I start if I want to start experimenting with my look? I'm trying to find what makes me feel best and stand out." Great question.
Oh, that's a great question. So I didn't even know what looks gonna be look on myself at first when I started Silent Prep program. So I literally reached out to my coach, and one of my coach is actually she was former Dallas Cowboys rhythm and blue dancer, and she was the captain, so she knew what looks gonna be perfect for the team. So I literally took some of the outfits and hair and makeup, all the stuff, and took a picture and sent it to her, and she gave me all those corrections and feedbacks. So that helped me as well. And also we have photo shoot for the sideline pep, and we can do the professional photo shooting. And whenever we have that, before that we always have one-on-one makeup session, so I kind of like I could experience everything that I wanted to do, and also experience and do all the makeups that I learned from videos and pictures and all that stuff. And I took a picture again and I sent it to the makeup coach, and she literally corrected me everything. And this hair and style, she literally gave me all those feedbacks, and this gonna be look on you, this color you should wear on your eyelid, on your lips, everything on your like cheeks. And even the audition outfit too, I took a picture and sent it to Miss Taylor, which is my coach. So kind of I was using all of the tools and reaching out to everyone that I could. So yeah, that's the thing that I did.
And it again, it paid off, right? And here's the thing, guys, you don't know what you don't know. So a lot of it is doing research, it's trial and error, it's trying things, it's working, just figuring out what will work. It's taking pictures, it's comparing them next to each other, but then it's also finding a coach that's been there, does it, and knows it. So we're lucky enough to have Taylor as one of our accountability coaches in the Pro Cheer Playbook program. She was a former, Dallas Cowboy rhythm and blues, already very still connected with the coach. So she was a great resource, right?
Yes.
And so that's what we're able to provide to you all is when you don't know, like you just don't know what you don't know. So that's why you want to find people that have been there and done it and can kind of help you along the way and
Mhm.
take advantage of it. So unfortunately there are people that join the program and for whatever reason, they're just not as active and as involved. But I can definitely say, Luna, it was like your job. Like you were like, every day I'm posting something or every day I'm learning something. But it all pays off. Like you're going to get out of life what you put into it. You're going to get out of any situation what you put into it. And you put in 110%. And now you are exactly where you wanted to be. It's
Yes.
awesome. It's absolutely awesome. So there's a
Yeah.
couple of questions from IG. So one was, uh, if you've been able to interact with the actual Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, and then if so, what are they like?
Oh, like the differences between DCC
No, well,
and
so they were asking, like, because 'cause you're on Rhythm and Blue, like, if you ever,
yes,
like, interact with the cheerleaders, the dancers, and if so, what are they like? Because 'Cause y'all are 2 separate teams, right?
yes. Oh, the like. Okay. We do halftime show together, so we have rehearsals together sometimes. That's when we interact each other, and we literally have friends between like DCC and DCRB. So it's always fun to practice with them. And also we're really separate, which is a little sad. We wish we could have more experience and time opportunities to work together, but yeah, halftime show definitely we work together. And also Christmas shows, we have Christmas shows from actually this weekend we have Saturday Christmas show at the Star, which is headquarter of Dallas Cowboys. We're gonna do a really fun showcase at the Star every Saturday. So that's where we are going to do together, which is so crazy and amazing. I'm so excited about it.
That's awesome. The other question was about dancing there at the AT&T Stadium, like, so what is it like being in that huge, huge stadium?
Oh my God, it is so crazy. It was craziest experience that I ever had. The view that I saw from the field was unreal. It was one of the biggest stadium here, and I knew that. And we do perform outside of the stadium, inside of the stadium, and on the field for the halftime show as well. So we kind of like perform like really multiple places, but the scale is so big. So I needed to be more like dance bigger and think about audience. That's what I learned on the way. And yeah, that has been really crazy journey for me.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. It's almost like, what we try to tell people is like, you have to dance here up, because
Yes,
you have to
yes,
present yourself up. And it's hard sometimes with hip hop because hip hop, you're like down, like you're told to like be grounded. And so you've got to figure out how to stay grounded and stay within the style of the dance, but also project up. So super, super cool. I've been to the stadium once and was just in awe, even though, the Cowboys are like our enemy with the Commanders. I didn't I didn't want to like a thing about that day or that stadium or the Cowboy cheer. Like I just wanted to hate it all. And I ended up being like, oh, I really love this place. And those cheerleaders are actually pretty amazing. So it was nice. Okay, so here's another question for you. Did you eat fast food before you started to eat healthy?
yes, I did. Not gonna lie, yes, I did, and that is one of the my favorite food, fast food. And I do it on cheat day. Not gonna lie, but it's okay to have a cheat day if you work so hard on your workout routine, on your healthy journey, eat healthy journey. So yeah, I do. I did.
And you make a good point, guys. Like, it is okay to have a cheat meal. It's okay to have a cheat day. What we say is just don't let it be 2 in a row. So forgive yourself, if skip a habit, if you don't journal one morning, if you go to McDonald's or, that's fine. Just don't let it be 2 in a row. And so you've
Mhm.
got to give yourself grace and you have to still allow yourself to indulge a little bit. But what you'll start to find is that when you get on this healthy eating journey and you start to fuel your body with the right foods, when you go try to eat fast food and greasy foods and things like that, it's almost like your body rejects it. Like
Yes,
literally rejects it, but then also you
yes.
might start feeling weird or it just doesn't taste as good anymore.
Yeah, you're so right. That happened to me a lot to me. And especially like the junk food, fast food here is a lot compared to the fast food in Japan. So I'm not craving for the fast food as much as I was
Mhm.
before I started to eat healthy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And y'all, I mean, trust us when we say, like, this will happen to you as well. I know that it's hard to make these changes to your lifestyle, but
Yes.
once you feel how you feel eating healthier and fueling your body the right way, when you go back, your body doesn't want that anymore. And then
Yeah.
you won't even crave it anymore, which is amazing. So
Yeah.
just something to kind of keep in mind. Okay, so here's the next question. In a week, how much time do you dedicate to practicing? And so I would love for you to kind of answer that in two parts, if you don't mind. So one kind of like during the preparation process when you were, with Sideline Prep, about how many hours, and then now that you're on the team, kind of curious how many hours you dedicate to practicing.
Mhm. So I made a huge goal when I was taking Silent Prep program. I set the goal that I learn at least one routine from Dallas Cowboys Rhythm and Blue from YouTube or either Instagram. So that's what I was doing. I don't know how much time, how much hours that I spent, but I was setting the goal to learn at least one routine in a week. So that's what I was doing when I was taking the program. But right now we have Monday practice for about 2 to 3 hours. Um, Monday, sometimes on Wednesday and Friday. And whenever we have events coming up, of course, we're going to have another practice time as well. But it's always happening after 6 or 5 p.m. We have 2 to 3 hours practice every week.
Yes. All right. So 2 to 3 hours each practice and at least two practices a week.
Yes, at least practice days a week.
Okay, at least 3 practice days a week. Okay, all right,
Yes.
y'all, get ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kayla says, "Is there anything you struggled with for the dance section despite being a dancer at a young age?"
Oh, so dance section. Okay, that's a good question. I was kind of doing a little bit of everything growing up. So I started ballet, jazz, and I did hip hop, cheer dance, and all that stuff. So I was kind of okay with doing multiple stuff growing up. But the Dallas Cowboys Rhythm and Blue is hip hop team, but also we have another genre of styles of dances like contemporary dancers or like salsa dancers, social dance dancers, all the stuff. So I wasn't putting myself to focus on one just hip hop style because on the audition day we have freestyle audition as well, and that's kind of like the really original thing that we do at the game day. We literally do the freestyle performance in front of all those people with just drums. So they kind of wanted to see what we can do outside of hip hop style. So I was preparing for my style and also hip hop style. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, I mean, and you bring up such a good point, guys, and this is something that we encourage in our program is every week we upload a pro dance routine from like coaches actually teaching them themselves, like from the Wizards, from the Commanders, from like, you know what I mean? So every single week it's a different style of dance because we want you to become versatile in the different genres of dance. And so even if you're not in our program, going to a jazz class, going to a ballet, to a hip hop, like making sure that you are diversifying your skill set is going to be really, really important because to Luna's point, even if the routine isn't salsa, you could throw that into your freestyle or, you know what I mean? So there's always opportunities to show them different styles of dance. But the more that you have exposed yourself to those different genres of dance, the more prepared you will be at auditions. So and that's just wonderful that you're able to say like, well, actually, I felt really good for the dance portion. Like I felt really prepared. Like that's awesome. So the next question here is kind of follow up on the fast food. How did you stop eating the fast food? So like once you had that conversation with Jeanette, how were you able to just try to kind of get it out of your habits and your system?
I see. That's a good question. So I literally set up the routine actually on the notebook. So when I was taking Silent Clip fitness and nutrition online session, like group calls that we did, she mentioned to write down everything, like the routine and also the plans that what you're gonna eat, what time, and what you're gonna eat next, all the stuff. So once I set the routine, I'm like huge fan of setting all those things like plans and all the stuff. So once I did that, I wasn't craving for fast food, but I also wasn't forget about setting up the cheat day. So I was looking forward to the cheat day as well. So it wasn't not like cut everything off. The fast food is not good for your health, blah blah blah. But I was saying because of I was setting up the cheat day, I was being okay with not craving for the fast food for that point. Yeah.
Yeah, good. I mean, I just love like you're bringing up so many great points, and it's amazing because Jeanette's not even here, but Jeanette is here. Jeanette is here
Yeah.
through Luna. So one thing that Jeanette says is that you don't have to like go cold turkey on every single thing, like in moderation. So maybe, this week you're going to try to stop eating the fried foods, right? And then the next week you're going to pull white potatoes out of your diet, right? So you ease your way and you start to pull things out of your diet like gradually. And then I love the idea of like putting it on your schedule and making it a part of, okay, this day I get to indulge in this in moderation. Obviously, guys, we're not saying to go out here and overeat and have a stomach ache, but putting that on your calendar, because then it's like, okay, if I can just make it to Sunday, then I'm good. And then before you know it, it's easier and easier and easier to make it to Sunday. I
Yes.
love that. I love that. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Next question. How do you learn technique? So maybe we can answer this question in the sense of, so maybe someone that doesn't have a technical dance background, like what recommendations would you have for someone kind of getting started to learn the technical side of dance?
So one of the way that I learned technique is from Silent Pleb's technique videos. We have a lot of videos, so that helped me so much because they literally teaching you from the step 1 to 10. So that helped me so much. And other side of the Silent Pleb, there's so many videos that you can watch on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You literally can find anything on social media these days. So one of the technique that I needed to work on was keep up, the like rolling on the floor and a keep up. I needed to do that because Dallas Cowboys Rhythm and Blue does that a lot, and we are doing it this year as well. So I searched it on YouTube. I learned it by myself, and recorded myself doing that trick. I wasn't like I had no zero knowledge about that technique when I started doing that. So I record a video, sent to Miss Taylor. She helped me a lot. And there's going to be always someone who knows about the technique in this program. So I literally reach out to people who know about this technique so that they can give me the correct decision, correct ways to learn and what I have to work on. So that's how I did.
Yep. Perfect answer. I don't even have to add anything to it. That's great. Guys, there's just so many resources out there. Obviously we have an entire, like Luna mentioned, our Pro Dance Academy, entire like how-to videos on all things technique. But then there's other resources out there on YouTube as well. And then didn't you do a reel that's on our IG of you? Yeah. So y'all can check that out. It's really cool because you could see your progress through like all of the videos. Okay, so Ruby asked, if you just kind of think back, did you ever forget the dance when you were on the field because of nerves? And I know
Yes.
now, so talk about that a little bit, when that was, how you recovered, what that was like.
So my director always tell us to, you can make mistake, like it's not okay, but people make mistakes and that's normal. But recover wisely and be smart dancer. That's the thing that she always tell us. And how I recovered was just not make the mistake look bigger than what it was. I hope that makes sense. So yes, I did. I made a mistake on the field once, but so I was really shocked after that. And all of the teammates came up to me like, it is okay. We've done this at least once. Everyone literally do that, make mistake on the stage or field or whatever. But dance smartly, be wise on the stage was something that I learned in these couple of months, and that's I know that that's going to happen, unfortunately, maybe one or two times in this season. I think. I hope not. But recover wisely is the key that I learned from my director.
Yeah, that's wonderful, and then don't beat yourself up. Like, I love that your teammates, because that is the worst. That is, like, the worst feeling when you make a mistake and
Yeah.
everyone's doing it right, but you did something different. You're beating yourself up enough, but it's so wonderful that you have teammates that are so supportive and came over to you and be like, "Girl, it's okay. Don't worry," you know? So that I just love hearing that. You've gotta give yourself grace, and you have to forgive yourself because you're human and humans make mistakes, and I love your coach. I love that she gives you that feedback. Obviously be smart, dance wise, but then you're going to make a mistake. You're human. That's wonderful that she said that. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, here's another question. Do you work part time or full time? And do you also work on game days?
On game days, yes, I do. I mean, I if you meant like the other side of the Dallas Cowboys red and blue, then that's no. Game day is I'm like literally focusing on the game day. So I don't do anything else other than Dallas Cowboys rhythm and blue. But other time that I'm not doing the Dallas Cowboys rhythm and blue stuff, I am working full-time job as a social media manager for the Cheering International. And also I'm working for Sideline Type 2, making those contents and giving them and upload it on Instagram. And also we have Japanese Sideline Clip account. So that's where I'm making all those contents for them. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, she's super busy. And we love all of her videos, and she's added some different flair, and it's just nice. A lot of the behind the scenes. You definitely want to follow her because she has a lot of like day in the life of just kind of her life. And it's just so interesting to see kind of what
You.
she's doing and what she's up to. So we'll take one more question because it's 30 minutes after the hour, guys, and I want to be respectful of Luna. So I will do this last question. How did you become so flexible?
Oh, that's a good question. So I wasn't flexible at first. I was the most non-flexible person in the studio growing up. So I had to work on the flexibility growing up. And what I did all those years was stretch after the shower or taking a bath because that is the perfect timing to do the stretching. Muscles is so soft, and you should do it. And other thing is stretch after the rehearsals because I feel all those intensities and stuffiness on my legs, on my arms after the rehearsal. So that's when I always do the stretching and be consistently. Is that a word? I hope that's
Yep, be
correct. But
consistent.
yeah, be consistent is the key for stretching because if you skip even one day, then you miss the whole, I don't know, 1 hour or 30 minutes, and you have to do it on next day. So be consistency is the key for me, and I'm still doing it every day. I need to do it every day to be flexible.
Yep. Great, great, great advice, guys. It doesn't just, you don't come out the womb like flexible. You
No,
have to work at it.
something that you have to build for years and years.
Yep. And then if you stop, you will lose it, especially like you said, if you're working out and you're not stretching and all of that. So sorry, I'm not able to get to all of the questions, but you know what, Luna, this has been absolutely amazing.
Thank you so
You would not even be able to tell that, English is your second language. I'm just so, so impressed with you. No, it's
much.
just, yeah, it's just so, so good. I really appreciate you taking out so much of your time to just help us and, share with us and just share your experience. Before you go, I guess if you would just any tips or advice for anyone that's listening. So obviously the majority of the people that are on are maybe thinking about becoming professional cheerleaders. They want to audition, maybe they haven't, maybe they've heard a no before or, who knows, but they have a dream of becoming a professional cheerleader. So what advice would you have for them?
So one of the biggest advice that I want to give you guys is to really, really study about the dream team that you want to go for. That is one of the biggest key that I learned from all these journey. I study a lot about the Cowboys Rhythm and Blue, and I'm so thankful for that I did for the choreography wise, for the history of those covers, rhythm and blue, all the things gonna pay off at the audition. And trust me, you guys have to do it. That's the one of the biggest key that I learned. And also these days you have all those really useful tools called social media. So reaching out to veterans or reaching out to former NFL cheerleaders, dancers, that is something that will be really helpful for you guys. But not to, it's not about like throwing all those questions to those people. Just study by yourself and make those really clear question and send them out to them. It's totally okay, and I would love to help you guys. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can contact me on social media so that I can help you guys, and I would love to help you guys. So yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching this, and thank you guys so much for having me here. I would love to continuing share my journey with you guys, and want to continue help people who is in the same situation just like I was in a year ago. So yeah, thank you.
Yay. Thank you so much. You are amazing. I really
Thank
appreciate you
you.
being here. And everyone, I don't know if you can see the comments, but people are saying thank you. Let me put this one up. Aaliyah, thank you so much for that. Thank you for sharing. You worked so hard and I'm glad to see it paid off. So, that's the thing, guys. You put in the work, it will pay off for you. It may not be, immediate. It might take you 2 auditions, 3 auditions, but if you keep going and pushing forward, it will happen for you. So again, thank you so much for taking the time out. Have a good evening. I really appreciate it. You are a star in my eyes, even bigger than that big old star in the center of the field.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good night and thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye. Okay, guys, so glad that you all got an opportunity to talk to Luna. She had mentioned Maki, and so Maki is actually the first Japanese cheerleader for, at the time, the Washington Redskins or the Commanders, and she was my teammate. So Maki, absolutely amazing, and she has her own cheer company in Japan that Luna, like she mentioned, worked for, and that's how we all got connected. So you just never know who can connect you, and we're like literally 1 or 2 degrees of separation from one another. But Luna, literally, I want you all, if you have the opportunity, please to either go on our YouTube channel or her YouTube channel and just look at her journey, because she is an A+ student, right? She is someone that decided this is what she wanted. And even though she had the extra barriers of not knowing English at 100%, being in a completely different country, not even having a visa to technically be able to come over here in the United States, there were so many additional barriers that she had that you don't have, right? But she made up her mind this is what she wanted to do. She got accepted into the Pro Cheer Playbook program, and then she literally gave 110%. 110%. And we enjoyed giving her feedback. It was never like, oh my God, here's another video from Luna. Like, no, we're like, okay, yes, another video from Luna. Like, we wanted to help her. We wanted to, because we knew that she was going to get there. And we wanted to go along for the ride. And she took us along for that ride, and she ended up making her dream team. So guys, like, this isn't a situation where it can only happen for Luna, or it can only happen for, that collage of people that I showed you earlier. This can happen for you. It can. And if you know that it can, right? If you know in your heart of hearts that this is your journey and this can be your journey, I want you to put it in the chat. Over in IG, I want to see some hearts and some love, right? I want you to know and feel in your heart of hearts that this is possible for you. You just have to, like I said the other night, have faith in yourself and put forth extraordinary effort to make it happen. It's that simple, right? And we're going to be here every single step of the way to help take the guesswork out of the game, right? We're going to be here every single step of the way to help fast track you to success. Okay. So remember, if you want to get your name in our bucket for our drawing tomorrow, post on social media, share. If there was something that Luna said that you absolutely loved, tag her, tag Sideline Prep, and just, put that on your social media. Also, don't forget to go into our Prep to Pro Facebook group and do your homework. So your score sheet, right? All you have to do is work out. One workout, like one of the workouts that we suggested, and you're going to get 12 points and your name will go in the hat. Being here live tonight, we take a note of everyone that makes comments and anyone that asks a question. Your name goes in for being here live tonight. Yes, absolutely love this. I can and I will, and nothing is going to stop me. Love that. I believe it. It can happen. Most definitely. It can happen. And this is what is so amazing about all of this, guys. And I want you to just always remember this excitement and this energy that you currently have, right? Okay. So, really quick, I do want to announce the winner from last night and who is going to be shipped an entire big bag of Shakeology. It's like $130 worth of bag because it is a whole lot of yumminess. I drink Shakeology every single morning. So I want to make sure that we go ahead and give a shout out and then obviously remind you all about tomorrow. We're giving away 2 scholarships for $1,000 to our Pro Cheer Playbook program. You just have to show up live, be here live, and we will be announcing the winner tomorrow. So our winner for tonight, though, is Maeve, I think it is, who has been on all night. Yes, asking some great, great questions. You are our winner for tonight. You're going to get an entire bag of Shakeology. We will be in contact with you to find out what flavor you want. So there's chocolate, there's strawberry, there's vanilla, there's even like a cafe latte. So a lot of yummy, yummy flavors, but definitely in here, super, super engaged, super, super active, and we really do appreciate it. Also did her homework and everything else. So congratulations to you. So excited for you. And really, guys, just excited for all of you, right? Excited for all of you that you're here. You're staying to the end of these. We're giving you a lot of information. These are long sessions, and I get it. I most definitely can. But you're staying in here. You're supporting one another. Like, look at this. Look at this support, right? Someone else won tonight and you all are in here supporting that person. And that's what I absolutely love. That's the type of people that we want to be a part of our family. Okay. So once again, just want to, thank Luna. I know that she's gone now, but just thank her for being here tonight. I'm so proud of her and also really honored to have her on our team as, are helping out with the social media and eventually graduating into a coach, I'm sure, one day. Also want to thank all of you all for showing up for yourselves because sometimes we don't. So congratulations to you for showing up for yourself, for making this a priority, okay? Tomorrow is a big day. Like I said, we're announcing the scholarship winners, but we are also going to officially open up enrollment for our Pro Cheer Playbook program, that same program that has over a 70% success rate of our graduates making a team, the same program that Luna graduated from, that Kies graduated from, that Lizzie graduated from, right? Opening up enrollment tomorrow night, and you all will be some of the first people to get that link so that you can apply and be a part of our program. Also wanted to say thank you to Sadie and to Janet, who have been in the comments helping you all, putting in different links and everything else, and really just helping to make this entire challenge possible. All right. Well, that is it, guys. That's a wrap for Wednesday night. Thanks so much for being here. Really do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone on IG as well for sticking in and hanging in there the entire night. We're going to see you all tomorrow night, Thursday, same place, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Signing off for Sideline Prep and all of our Sideline Prep coaches, wishing you success in all that you do. See you tomorrow night and have a good one. Good night. Bye, everyone.